Amelia or Amelia? Good afternoon. How you doing? How's your day been? How's your night been? How's your week going? How's your week been since the last time I uploaded this Chibit questions? Be honest in the comments below. Well, hopefully everything's working out, because I do know it's around exam season now for many out there, since it's almost, basically like the beginning of May. Like, it's April right now at the time of me, making this, but you guys might see it on the 1st of May. But, yeah, pretty much anybody that's, doing exams, studying, whatever, I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you pass all your classes, and it's hard to believe that it's already May. Can you believe that? It feels like it was just yesterday that the year started, and, we were just getting away from Christmas and the New Year's. It's just crazy. It feels like time just flies by anymore, and, feels like, what's going on with the time? What happened? Ever consider getting a pet? If so, what? If I ever did want to get another pet, I might want to get something exotic. I actually was looking at certain, animals and stuff, and I was like, I would really love to see, a fox, or a fennec fox, or however you pronounce it. I was looking at, videos of that. Don't ask me why I was watching, fox videos. I was like, they're really cute and all that, and I was like, if I was ever to get dedicated and want a pet, I'd probably want to get, a fox or something. That's probably what I would go for if I was to get one. Good day, Chibi. My question is, if you had to choose one of the 7 deadly sins that best represent you, which character would you choose and why? Well, probably either Meliodas or King. And the reason why is because their size. They're very small, short. Meliodas is just a short individual, just like me since I'm 5'3". And also, I do have sometimes, depending on how angry I get, I do have somewhat of an attitude, kind of like Meliodas. It really depends, though, on, the situation. But sometimes I can get a little bit angry and upset. So I would say, in terms of characters from the 7 Deadly Sins that I feel like I can kind of connect with, is probably Meliodas. Do you have a favorite animator, and do you follow them on Twitter or some other platform to see what they're working on? My favorite right now is Sejun Kim, who worked on episode 15 of Franks, and is working on the new Gundam movie. Personally, I don't really know a whole lot about, individual animators. I know about, staff and stuff, the staff that worked on individual series, for instance, ReZero's staff or Hunter x Hunter staff, stuff like that. But, I mean, I don't really know an individual animator or really have a favorite. Thoughts? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, you legit trolled me. I actually had to go back to the episode and look. This is edited, okay? This is straight up edited. I thought that was real for a second, but then I realized you edited it and all that, or whoever edited it, that they weren't holding hands. But good troll there. You almost got me. You freaked me out for a second. Have you seen the new My Hero Academia opening, but with a more fitting song? This one is my favorite at the moment. In all honesty, the new opening song has grown on me. I actually like it a lot right now. It's probably my favorite opening song for My Hero Academia, because just the theme of it, ideals and all that, dreaming, it fits with the upcoming events for the anime. What are your thoughts on this waifu? Yandere Hinata. No, thank you, at all. Hey Chibi, hope you're having a good day. My question is, do you have a stories about how you first found hentai or any embarrassing stories of that nature? P.S. Here's some Mount Lady for you. Good man for that quality Mount Lady. But, how I discovered it, I guess? It's not necessarily funny or anything, but honestly, I eventually managed to find, hentai because of harem anime. When I was just searching for new harem anime, yes, I was that guy. When I, first was getting an anime, and I was going out of my way, going away from the mainstream stuff like Dragon Ball, I started watching a bunch of romance, harem, slice of life, stuff like that, and eventually, I just was seeking harem after harem, and it's one of the main reasons why I don't like the genre as much anymore, because I just watch so many of them, but I eventually found hentai through the harem anime, and there you go. So that's kind of how I discovered it. What about futas? Men of culture, traps, illiterates who say that traps are gay. Alright, that's a good one. Okay, anyways, what about futas? I don't like futas. If you like them, you like them. But I've never been a fan of futas. They're not my thing. Hey, Chibi, are you planning to go and watch Marvel Avengers Infinity War this week? I want to watch it, but here's the thing. Little FYI, I have actually not watched Civil War yet, so I'm a little bit behind. I haven't also watched Thor Ragnarok, so there's a couple movies from Marvel I need to watch before I can even watch Marvel's Avenger Infinity War. Chibi, what do you think about this? A real man loves his Ani every day. That's heinous. That's heinous. Thoughts on Yamada and the Seven Witches. Good anime series, needs a season 2, and I didn't complete the manga. I did read about like 70% of it, but it's a pretty good series. I recommend it if you want something, you know, funny and, you know, a really good story on the side. Can you guess the anime? I'm going to assume Magi. Have you ever gotten into the Metal Gear games? No, I have not. I've actually never played a Metal Gear. I know some stuff about Metal Gear, but I have never played a Metal Gear game. We've been lied to the whole time. How do you feel about this? Have a great day, my man. Is there really 2 sets of ears? What? That has to be like an error. Like, that has to be like an art error. I'm going to assume it is, because that's messed up, having ears on top of Nekomimi ears. Yo, no. No, I did not see this. Since the Promised Neverland anime is going to be a thing, I was wondering who would be a good voice match for everyone in a possible dub. Here's who I came up with. Emma would sound like Diane, the Taizai one, and Norman would sound like Goro from Persona 5. Rei would sound like Kirito to me for some reason. When you say dub, you mean English dub, or are you talking about Japanese dub? Because personally, I don't watch a lot of dubs, so yeah, I'm gonna be kind of lost on that. But in terms of voice actors I'd like for Emma, I would say a good Emma voice actor. Yeah, Diane's voice actor would be pretty good, I would say. Because, I mean, if not Diane, I would say Ichigo from Darling in the Franxx. They would both be very good voice actors for Emma. Norman? I don't really know. I haven't heard Goro from Persona 5, so I really don't know. But, Norman, Who would fit him? I'm trying to think. Who would be the best fit for his character with his intelligence? I would want to go with Light's voice actor, but he's just too old to probably do that. I would say, actually, I don't know. I really don't know who would fit Norm. I can't really peg anyone I would say that would fit him right now. Rei, yeah, he does sound like a Kirito voice actor to me. He really does. Who is Best Girl 2018? Probably 02, but if I was not going with 02 and I had to be very biased, I would say Mount Lady or Diane. Do you know the yodeling boy meme? If so, thoughts? Yes, I know about it, and I am not going to be playing that music in this video because I saw what happened to PewDiePie. The man got like copyrighted for that song, so I'm not going to be dealing with that at all. But I know about it. It's pretty stupid. It's a really stupid meme. I think it's just like kind of cringe. I mean, I guess the internet likes cringe. I mean, look at these Chibit question videos. But I mean, no, I don't like the yodeling meme at all. And I just think we can go with something better. If real life just randomly became an RPG game, what class would the game automatically make you based on your real life persona? Most likely an assassin class, since I'm more of a type of guy that loves the night and stuff. I love, you know, being molded by the dark. Oh, going full edge right now. Hey, Chibi, is there by any chance you watched the Boruto movie? And if you did, what is your opinion on the story, world, and new characters in the Naruto world? Okay, here's the thing. I'm not into Boruto at all. I have not watched Naruto the Last. I haven't watched, you know, the Boruto movie. I haven't started the manga series. I watched, like, the epilogue chapters. Or, I mean, I read the epilogue chapters soon as Naruto ended. Those, like, 15 or 20 chapters or so, but after that, I stopped, you know, reading it all together because it concluded, and then they decided to make a new manga. But I mean, pretty much, I'm done. I'm done with Naruto. The reason why, I was satisfied with the way it ended. I was happy with, you know, Naruto getting to become Hokage, and I'm just like, I don't need any more from the series, because there's not really much more that can really be done. I mean, we already had, like, a planetary threat, pretty much. And so, I mean, I'm just like, if it goes any further past this, it's going to get into Dragon Ball Z type stuff. So I'm just like, no, this is a story about ninjas, not, you know, planetary threats. Just where did this go? Where's the series going? So, I mean, no, I have not started Boruto. If people like it, they like it. It's probably good, but I personally just don't want to really go out of my way to watch it, because I'm done with the series. Between the medieval, Victorian, 2000s, future 2040 plus, and apocalypse, which era has the most intriguing storylines? Which era would you want to be trapped in? Okay, number one, I would not want to be in the apocalypse, because that, well, it depends on the apocalypse. It really comes down to what apocalypse it is. See, if it's a nuclear apocalypse, I would not want to be in that one. If it's a zombie apocalypse, it would still be very horrible, but I would probably like it, because if you go up north, you can live probably a very relatively fine life. Because, I mean, if we're going by true physics and stuff of reality, here's the thing that many zombie stories and stuff don't really play a part or understand or want to use, is that if you venture up north into, like, let's say Canada or, you know, Russia, wherever, you know, just the deep north and all that with the snow, you know, zombies, even if they run or move, they're going to freeze over. They're going to get rigor mortis, and they're not going to be able to move, and they're just going to fall over and not, you know, be able to do anything. Even if they're alive and they continue to live, they're just going to freeze completely. So, I mean, I would say a zombie apocalypse wouldn't be bad, depending on the zombies. If they can learn, no, I wouldn't. But, I mean, if it's regular zombies, like the Walking Dead type zombies, then yeah, I'd probably choose that to live in, because it'd be interesting. Now, if I'm not going with that, okay, let's see here. I do like the Victorian era. I really like that, but I'm more of a medieval type of guy. I've always just found that type of era really cool. But I would say, in terms of what I would want to, era I want to be trapped in, would be probably future, like sci-fi type stuff, or the apocalypse if it's a normal zombie apocalypse. Now, which era has the most intriguing storylines, like in terms of like books and stuff? I would say stuff I have personally seen that really always blows me away is probably stuff from medieval and future, like 2040 plus. Usually those two timelines are the best. Who do you think would win in a fight out of the Naruto ramen guy or the farmer with a shotgun from Dragon Ball Z? Okay, so the farmer with the shotgun only has like a power level 1 or 2, so I'm gonna say he is nowhere near the ramen guy, because, see, in Naruto, people can access chi, chakra, or whatever, so I mean, I'm gonna say that the ramen guy would just wreck the man with the shotgun. Which two anime do you wish shared a universe? Berserk and Fairy Tail. Now, hear me out before you start wanting to slit my throat. The reason why I want those two to share a universe is because I want, you know, Natsu and everybody else in Fairy Tail to actually experience the pain of loss and realize that it's not all friendship power-ups and that the world is very cruel. I would love something like that. I would love to see Natsu thinking he can get away with, like, yeah, friends are power and all that, when all of a sudden a demon kills, you know, everybody around him. I mean, I would say, yeah, Berserk and Fairy Tail. It'd be interesting. Hey Chibi, apart from all the anime and manga, are you watching any TV series at the moment, or minute? I'm currently watching Lost in Space. I actually am on, like, episode 4 or 5, it's around there, maybe 6, but, I was watching it on Netflix, a Netflix original show, it's live action, and I probably am gonna drop it because the main villain is so cringy. Like, the main female villain, she's cringy because the way she acts, it's just like, it's obvious that she's malicious, evil, and she's doing some shady stuff, like she's being a snake, but nobody notices it or realizes it because, I mean, they gotta have conflict. There has to be conflict. And so, I don't know, I've been watching Lost in Space, but I'm not really liking where it's going at all. I feel like they could have focused more on the robot so far, like, you know, making them the main important part, instead of having this, like, little, like, conflict on the side of this villain that's honestly not really important at all or interesting. But, I mean, besides that, there's this, other new series that came out on Netflix called Agaretsuko or whatever it's called. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's like a Fox Girl or whatever. It's an anime, actually. It's an anime that was made by Netflix, or it's on Netflix's platform, and it's recent, and I was actually watching the first episode. I liked it a lot. I was actually thinking of doing a first impressions of it, because I enjoyed it last night when I was watching it. Do you like My Hero Academia more than Berserk? I've been enjoying My Hero Academia a lot, but nothing will ever replace Berserk in my heart. I've been having a lot of fun talking about My Hero Academia, because it's fun to break down or discuss it with you guys. It's been fun. I've had a lot of fun, not even gonna lie. That's why there's been a lot of videos for My Hero, is because it's been really, really fun to talk about. But in terms of stuff I like Berserk more than My Hero. The quality of Berserk's writing, it's grade A. It's honestly something that you just don't see beat often, and so I'd still have to side with Berserk on this one. Chibi, say it with me. Daka Shadow! Where are your fingers? What? Escanor versus Phaeton Porter of the Phantom Troop. Who will be praising the sun? How's life been going for you? I hope very well. Life's been great. How about yourself? Now, as for who would win, Phaeton's pretty broken, and so is Escanor. Phaeton, he can be pretty powerful depending on how much damage he takes, and then he can reflect. But the thing is Escanor, he's pretty much a god, okay? And he can output a lot of devastation. I mean, look what happened in the upcoming fights for the series, for anime onlys and all that. So, I mean, I would say in terms of what we've seen displayed so far, I would say Escanor would win. But Nin is something that is absolutely mind-blowing, so depending on restrictions or whatever, Phaeton could potentially defeat Escanor if he had certain limitations or restrictions just for Escanor alone. Then I could see him winning. But if it's just straight up Phaeton using what we already know, then Escanor would clearly win. Stuck with college finals, so I'll make my questions quick. How are you? Do you have a favorite among the Pussycats? Did you ever think of branching out of anime and onto other things? Do you watch/play Persona 5? And what do you think of Transformers anime? Okay, number one, how am I doing? I'm doing great. How about yourself? Let me know in the comments below. Favorite among the Pussycats, I would say Ragdoll. Did you think about branching out of stuff out of anime? I have tried to in the past, but there hasn't really been a whole lot of reaction or, you know, positive feedback on it, so I've kind of shied away from it for the most part. But, I mean, I have thought about it. Do I watch or play Persona 5? I do not watch the anime. I've even heard some really bad things recently about it. But, I've tried to play it. I haven't got far into it. I need to get really far into it because I've heard it's a good game, good story. So I still need to finish it. And as for the Transformers anime, I love the anime. The original anime back in, like, early 2000s or whatever. I love the anime. It was enjoyable, especially Unicron and all of that. Describe Kana with one word. Lolly. Would you say watching seasonal anime is a form of gambling? Now that you mention it, it kind of is, because you never really know what you're going to get. You might get some good stuff, and you might get some incredibly bad stuff, so yeah, it is kind of a form of gambling. You just enlightened me, sir. Can I be in your video again? Sure thing. Are you a man of culture like the professor? But he's a guy. Do you remember when you used to say Tokyo Ghoul Ray? Oh my god, that was dark times indeed, my dude. What's your favorite anime from this season? If we're not counting My Hero Academia and Darling in the Franxx that is carried over, or My Hero that started, but it's a season 3, and Darling that carried over, I'd probably say Megalobox is my favorite. Chibi, please answer my question. It's been 3 weeks. I've been asking. Whenever my Boku no Hero gets to where Izuku is the #1 hero, do you think it will stop there and continue going, or will there be a time skip when he passes on the cork again? Please read. Now that you mentioned, there's a lot of potential possibilities for continuations of My Hero Academia, because it's kind of like the whole concept of, you know, there cannot be darkness without light, there cannot be light without darkness, and all that. The brighter the light, the greater the shadow. So, I mean, when you think about it, even if Izuku defeats the big baddie in his series and all that, it won't change the fact that there will be a new menace, a villain to rise up once again. So technically, if Horikoshi really wanted to, he could actually create a new manga carrying the legacy of My Hero Academia with like a spin-off with a new main character carrying on the legacy of Izuku and all the other users from One for All. So, yeah, now that you mention it, that's a possibility. That would be really cool. Imagine if it, like, did the JoJo type stuff. Like, what if, like, Izuku, he's fighting the final villain, and then he succumbs to death, but he gives up his quirk to the next generation, and when we go into a part 2 for My Hero Academia that carries the legacy with a new character trying to face this main villain that's getting stronger and stronger throughout the generations, that would be epic. That would, oh my god, I would love that. That sounds like something I would really love. If you were given a choice between living a lie that you yourself believe is your real life, or dying living completely honest while thinking that you've done nothing but lie your entire life, and yes, you think that even after death, which one? I'd rather be Kyoko's wheelchair. What did the wheelchair come from? She doesn't have legs anymore, basically. But you would be lying to yourself as a wheelchair, believing that you are a wheelchair, but really you're just a really buff guy carrying her around. Bro, as long as I get to feel it. King of L's, quality content, as always. Good man, thank you. I would want to live a lie. Yeah, I'll do that lie. Be a wheelchair. That sounds nice. Chibi, since you have a fandom fetish, would you rather be 02 Stamen or a pistol? And I think that's enough Chibi questions for one day.